Welcome back to another video, guys. Star-Crossed by Kacey Musgraves is finally out after a month of being anticipated for this album. And I liked her last album, Golden Hour. I love that album. I have it on vinyl, and it's one of my favorite vinyls. But we're not talking about that album today. We're talking about Star-Crossed, her newest album. I think it's technically her third album if you don't count like the Christmas stuff that she released. Yeah, why don't we get into this? I'm actually going to start a new series thing here for album reviews called The Good, The Bad, and The Downright Ugly, where I go through the good of the album, the bad and the ugly, the bad part of the album, and then just the downright ugly parts of the album. So,
you never have to change.
With this album, we'll just start. There was no downright ugly. I will say that. There was nothing that I actually hated off this album. I thought it was a beautiful record. And with that saying, let's go into the bad, because we always want to end with the good, right? So, heading into the bad, we have, I think, Breadwinner could have, I like the beat for it. I liked her vocals. I liked the message behind it. I just thought the meaning could have been presented in a different form. Instead of being all he wants is a breadwinner, she could have found something to click my mind instead of being like, okay, that kind of sounds a little cringy if you really think about it. But I do like the meaning behind it. I still think it's like, I support it, you know, but like, I just think it could have been presented in a better way. Then, the last song off the album, Gracias a la Vida, and I don't hate it, I just can't understand what she's saying, because I do not speak Spanish, and it's very confusing for me to actually understand what she's saying in the song when she's speaking a different language that I can't speak. So it's not that it's a bad song, like it could have some of the best lyrics on there. I just don't think I'll come back to it because I can't understand what she's saying actually all the time, you know. So it's just one that I kind of let slide, you know. Now that the bad's over, why don't we get to the good? The production was very smooth and beautiful, and it kind of sounded like very very pudding, you know, like the opposite of off-putting, very pudding, I guess you want to call it. It was very subtle, it had some like very cool like bass lines, you know. It was more of like a pop country like Golden Hour, but had more soul to it as well. It had more darker vibes as well too. It was her best lyrically album. I felt like it was beautiful. I'm gonna have to give it more time to see if it is better than Golden Hour, just because I loved Golden Hour, and I still love Golden Hour. But we're gonna have to give it more time. This album had just came out. I'm still gonna have to give it a couple more listens, you know, to find out. Most songs have a connection of like some beautiful and sorrow moments in this album as well, kind of going through the different times of kind of like divorce and kind of struggles with marriages and friends throughout the time span of your life, you know. It's definitely one of the best albums of 2021, and I know I say that for a lot of albums that have come out, but that's because every week somebody's releasing a brand new album that's beautiful, and I love it. So it's like 2021's just giving me albums of the year, and I'm gonna have to take some of them off, which I hate doing, you know. My honorable mention list is gonna be huge, by the way. It's a lyrical masterpiece, creative on all platforms. The instrumentals, the vocals, lyrics, production, everything just was beautiful on it. Some of the highlighted songs off this record, I really like the first one, Star-Crossed, the single. It was very different and unique for Kacey Musgraves, but I loved it when it first came out. Good Wife was really cool, you know, just trying to be that good person to another lover. Cherry Blossom had a really cool bass riff and kind of like a cool snare kind of drum beat to it too. Simple Times was kind of reflecting on, you know, better times, simple times. It was really cool. Justified is always good. I loved it as soon as it came out as a single. Angel is such a beautiful song. Probably her best vocal performance off the album as well. Easier Said was such a cool like summer pop song as well. Same with Keep Looking Up, had that summer vibe to it as well. That one had more of a hopeful spirit, like keep your head up, keep looking up, you know. What Doesn't Kill Me had that line, "What doesn't kill me, you better run." I mean, like, a lot of people use it, but I don't know, I thought it fit with, like, the album and kind of the structural lyrics that she was going for. I kind of think it fit. And then There's a Light, which has to be one of my favorites, kind of like saying, like, there's still a light out there, even when you've lost all hope, that there's something out there, there's a light, there's a reflection out there, for you, So this album, I really enjoyed it. It could be her best album, we'll find out after a few other listens. I'm going to have to give this album a 9.5 out of 10. It was really good. I loved her voice. I loved everything. Thanks for watching.